did check that out, and that is the case.
I have no problem.
Well, the next time I'll also, when they come in with a stack of papers and I'm signing 15 papers, I'll look at each one and, you know, oh, wait just a moment.
We're not giving you permission.
Okay.
No, just sign them. It's
No. Okay. Madam Clerk, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Councilman Phil Pastorino.
Aye.
Councilman George Lyon.
Aye.
Councilman Lou Capella.
Okay, aye.
Councilman Ken Newbold.
Aye.
Supervisor Douglas Bloomfield.
Aye. Thank you very much. Okay.
Doug?
Yes.
Can I recommend that we send these people a thank you letter of some sort?
Yeah, I was going to work something out, yes, because this is, again, it's like Jerry, you just said, it's 80 acres now out there of open space for bears and deer and whatever to live. And that's what we want, and that's what, we didn't have to buy it.
It's good, it's a great deal.
Yep.
See, there's a strip of land there that I wanted to buy from. That is on the other side of the Yada Kill. I don't have to do that now because it's exactly what I wanted.
Right.
You know, being it's an actual state.
Now, pursuant to what Phil was saying, he makes a very good point. When we were purchasing some land in one of these PDRs,
The Knoll property.
there's water on there, and we negotiated, because we were paying for it, of course, for the water rights, so that if we ever needed to, we would have access to them. We paid for it, and it worked out very well.
That's why I was,
Sure.
that's what I was referring
Right.
to.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yep. Okay, the next item is, I would like to talk about a severe water break in the Arcadia Hills water line about 3 days ago. An old break they coupled together, and this must have been years and years ago.
About 6 years ago.
6 years ago, okay. The tourniquet or whatever they put on this thing, the bolts rusted through and it broke loose. It broke loose bad. It emptied the tank. And and it was, and of course, wouldn't you know, 1 o'clock in the morning because Ken got the call. And so anyway, he was, I couldn't talk without coffee, I'm sorry. So, but anyway, they went out and repaired it, and they had to get seven to eight truckloads of water to put back in the tank to get it up to where they could start pumping water to homes. So this is a major catastrophic break. And we're going to follow up. And why did that break? Why didn't they use stainless steel bolts, etc., etc.? Because we should not be repairing these things twice. Okay. But that's just a report on that one.
Just so you know, they did a great job because one of my friends called me from the subdivision. They said they had water at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning when they went out. So this happened 1 o'clock in the morning. So
Why don't you tell me a story?
Yeah, I was telling Doug it's pretty humorous. You know, how you're now big keep about 1 o'clock in the morning. I got a phone call from someone that lived on Lodgewood and said, I'm standing in the middle of the road in my pajamas and my slippers, and the water is pouring down Lodgewood like, you know, Niagara Falls. What should I do about it? Well, I thought I'd be right down with a Band-Aid and we could fix it. But you know, but back to what Lou said. Yeah, they were there within by 1:30 they started, and then he called me again at 4 o'clock in the morning to thank me because he could brush his teeth before I went to work. So they did a great job. And the water main, though originally was fixed, like I said, about 6 years ago. Jimmy Myers was our water sewer person back then, and I was telling Doug there was a little hole. And this poor gentleman with a motorcycle came around and, well, he went in the hole. And that's how long ago it broke. And why they didn't use stainless steel bolts, I do not know. But compliments to our water department, now the police department. They were out there 1 o'clock in the morning setting things up, and they got it back up. But unfortunately, as Doug informed me tonight, there was only one tank, but that's going to be a pretty expensive fix. So unfortunately, but we got right on top of it and we fixed it in the quickest manner.
The other thing is normally we use the DPW to fix these things. It's my understanding this was such a major thing where you had to have a snorkel down there to pump the water and the dirt and everything out that they just went straight to the A-plus sewer to do the work. And so it cost more, but they had the equipment to do that kind of thing. Okay. The next item is we need to set a public hearing for the preliminary budget, public hearing for the 2010 preliminary budget for November 12, 2009 at 7:30. And Dennis, help me again, or soon thereafter, is that what you say?
That's correct. Soon after, as a matter of fact,
Okay. Would someone like to make a motion in that regard?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. For the public, that means is that a week before this, our budget will be in the clerk's office so that you can see it. And then on the 12th, we'll have the public hearing where I will go through the budget to the public, the revenues, the deficits, the spending, or whatever it might be. And then we'll hear it from the public, and then the board has to vote on whatever the final budget is. So, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Would someone make a motion to authorize the supervisor to pay manual accounts payable runs as of 9/29/09, amounting to $309.60, and also accounts payable check run of October 8, 2009, amounting to $306,46,069.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we're ready for the privilege of the floor and anything that anybody would like to talk about. Okay, Jerry?
So, can you give us an update on the licensing of the trash haulers? Also, does this licensing incorporate those that come to the Altury or the IWS landfill? Are they required under this also?
We have two experts in the room. Priscilla is the one who is looking after all of the licensing, and I'm going to have her reflect on what the status is. And then Mr. Kaplicki, the attorney for the town, can tell you about the relativity of who's going to be involved.
Very simply, in response to the second question, yes, it does apply to everyone. We have told a number of carters to that effect. As far as the mechanics of it and where we are, revenue and numbers, Priscilla could probably address that.
Actually, we've done quite well. We've gotten maybe close to, almost close to 7,000 in revenues from the licensing from various haulers and trash haulers and carters. And we're in the process now of purchasing stickers for the trucks to be placed on the left-hand side of the door panel. So therefore, the police department can identify the trucks that do have licenses and those that don't, without having to stop them. They can spot them along the road. And that's basically, just about where we're at right now.
Just follow it up. We're still in the, what I call the early preliminary stages of enforcement. The police are stopping, giving warnings, notice, etc. Because, like everything else in life, some people are aware, many people are not. And there's a number of carters, I believe, that are still probably using or intend to use, which are going to need to be licensed.
For the public, it's $100 per truck per year. So if a company has 10 trucks, it's $1,000 each year. And that's where Priscilla's using these stickers with the dates. And it'll be January 1st to the end of the year of every year.
So the big cars, Interstate Waste Services, county waste, have they purchased in great numbers for their trucks? Because they probably have the biggest fleets.
Yes, they have. Interstate Waste purchased 53 licenses, and County Waste purchased 27, which is quite.
It's amazing. You make them an offer they can't refuse, they might expect it. It's incredible.
Okay. Now, it's really interesting because
You know where I'm coming from.
it's really interesting because myself and Mr. Cantorino, who is again Commissioner of Finance, we went to a meeting talking about upcoming budgets, and there were 3 other supervisors from other communities there, and they were talking about ideas they had for getting revenues and this and that, and how to cut expenses and all this. And either Phil or myself, I don't know which one it was, mentioned this. So, man, they would just take copious notes. So some other communities are going to get on the bandwagon.
Did you ever hear the word kickback?
Yeah?
No.
I don't know about that.
It's not a political term.
Isn't that a football game?
But I did see in the newspaper, it's called the boss law, so.
That's true. You know why that is? So perhaps if there is any members of organized crime involved in this business, they will leave you alone and they will come knocking at my door.
Now you got it.
Pretty clever.